The roommate marriage agreement that no one signed for. If you feel like roommates, it's not just busy season, it might be a new relationship model that you never agreed to. So let's talk about when your relationship turns into a roommate situation. I am Dr. Tangie, the sex doctor, board certified clinical sexologist, and on a mission to destigmatize sex and elevate sexual health conversations like they deserve. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I am so happy you found us. Join this vibrant sex positive community by subscribing. Your subscription does not take you any time, does not cost you anything, but that tiny gesture helps the algorithm prioritize my content and help this channel be found and grow to reach a wider audience. To find other ways to support this channel, go to the description section of this video and click on the icons that appear on this video. So don't be shy. I know you want it. There's no shame in being curious and learning about sex. So do it with me right now. Find that subscribe button and click on it. Thanks. What is a roommate marriage and what does it look like? A roommate marriage has teamwork, logistics, chores, parenting, shared bills, shared calendars, maybe friendship, maybe not, sometimes not, but no erotic life, no seduction, no intentional intimacy, no closeness. People say, oh, we're fine, but they're not thriving, they're surviving. And how does it happen? It usually does not happen with a big event. It's usually a result of exhaustion, resentment, unresolved conflict, kids plus work plus stress, bodies changing, hormones shifting, anxiety, depression, chronic illness, shame, erectile dysfunction, or pelvic pain, rejection cycles that never end. And then something subtle happens. You stop flirting with your partner. Then you stop touching. Then you stop trying. They stop asking. They stop hoping. Everybody stops the hope. And the hidden cost of it is that the roommate marriage creates two dangerous outcomes. The high desire partner feels lonely inside the commitment, and the low desire partner feels pressured by the mere existence of desire on the other side. So both people stop bringing their full selves into the relationship. And that's how emotional affairs start. That's how other activities become a substitute for the closeness people lost in that relationship. And that's how resentment becomes your identity and the identity of that relationship. And let's talk about the new agreement conversation. If you want companionship only, that can be valid if both of you consent. What is not valid is unilaterally switching the relationship model without the consent of the other person. So use this language. I think we've become roommates. I don't want that. I want us to be lovers again. Are you open to rebuilding our erotic connection with me? And if they say no, then the next question is not, how do I convince you? It's, what are we agreeing to now? There's roommate marriage repair rituals that you can actually do. So let me go over some of those. 10-minute touch daily, a non-sexual touch at first, hugging, cuddling, massaging, skin-to-skin contact, no escalation required, just safety. Another one is weekly intimacy meetings with two fundamental questions. What made you feel close to me this week? What made you feel distant from me this week? Another one is scheduled erotic time. Yes, schedule it, not spontaneous. Scheduling it doesn't kill the desire. Avoidance kills the desire. So make it a container, phones away, clean room, time protected, just devote time to each other. Do a reality check. Desire is often responsive. So many people, especially under stress, don't feel spontaneous desire. That's a myth. They feel desire after connection starts. So waiting to feel in the mood becomes the trap that keeps everybody sexless. And if you've been roommate for years, you may need couples therapy, sex therapy, medical evaluation for pain, ED, hormones, chronic illness, a renegotiation of the monogamy agreements for sure, or a decision about compatibility at that stage in life. Be honest. Do you feel like lovers or roommates? What's missing most? Touch, flirtation, romance, sex, emotional safety. Leave your comments below. But my message is if you live in a sexless marriage that has changed, you have the right to renegotiate the parameters of that agreement, and that is totally valid and totally fair. This is Dr. Tangie, the sex doctor. As always, wishing you safe, healthy, and pleasurable sex of whatever kind you practice. See you next time.